You thought it broke in last night? Maybe? I actually don't remember. I want to see. Jesus, I can't find him at all. I guess we'll see. Anyway. However, desperation clings and pushes people to do things, rational or irrational. It doesn't matter. Clear thinking flies out the window the moment you're in danger, and I sincerely hope he has not found himself in a tricky situation. His phone doesn't even ring before he answers, or his voicemail at least.
Hey, it's Zach. Well, a voicemail anyway. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, just leave a message, yeah?
Since he broke in because they did not report after the mission. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Because they did not report after the mission?
And no, Ash, you're not allowed to lockpick your way into my apartment again. Just
You mean...
do what any other decent human being does and call if I'm not around. Thanks.
You mean after they broke into the BRC corporation? Or after Zach broke into the mission? Did he turn it off? Why? I don't want to assume the worst yet. Maybe he has forgotten to charge it. Can't be. Guy can be a bit of a Boy Scout, even more than a Hammer Cop. He's the type who has an extra battery or a power bank in his bag, if he ever needs it. And he always does. He won't say anything or brag about it, but he's got a quite roster of VIP freelance clients. Sorry about that. He won't just leave his phone dead in case he's on the field, particularly when people will likely be looking for him. He always leaves his connections open whenever clients or his friends need them. Zach is reliable like that.
Why isn't anyone answering?
His mobile in and out of range area sounds more plausible, although the thought of it doesn't completely shake off the unease. Unlike Rebecca and I, he took the time to listen to what Isabella said. And even if he did not believe it, he was definitely the first one to offer help or try to do something. If he ends up trouble doing whatever it is, so help me. I'm going to... Well, I can be rushed. I'm aware of that. But running the same reminder in my head since last night. But if something happens, I'm certain my reaction won't be pretty. The added guilt from those times I've repeatedly dismissed him will surely haunt me.
Yo, Zach, call me back, alright? I wanted to check in and, yeah, just please call me back.
It's usually a joke between us when I say he's the Watson to my Sherlock. I don't see him as some assistant to put aside until he's needed, like some people like to believe though. He's not some pity friend I keep around to make myself look good.
If anything, he's the one who stayed by me out of pity.
Zach's the one who puts up with me most of the time, even when he doesn't need to. It's not a case of cool cop who help out a minority. In truth, I was a hard-headed, hot-tempered, and reckless rookie, up until I met him. It was not anything sudden of some part of me is still that rookie, but I've grown. Thanks to him, he tempers that part of me. Considering how our first impression went, I'm lucky he stuck around. Becca and I may have spent a lot of years together as children, but Zach, he's probably the closest thing I call to a best friend. Though it's more than that. A camaraderie no words can express. He has my back and I always have his. He's a brother I've never had the luck of ever having. Only a child and all.
And I have every reason to worry about my brother.
Baker's neighbor did say she went out to meet with someone. No specific names. If I'm wrong and she's not with Professor Clark, then maybe it's with Zach. They've never been close, but it's not the kind of awkward friendship where meeting together remains out of the question. Regardless, I continued dialing for his phone another 3 times, like I've done with Becca's. In the end, after the 3rd attempt with no answering, I stopped and cut the call with Rag XL.
Waiting game it is then.
I've been trained for those. Hell, I'm used to them, just not when it comes to people I'm close to. Much as I keep reminding myself to maintain a level head, it's a whole different matter when it's someone you know. Personal feelings will likely get involved at some point. It's starting now actually, with the anxious strings coding and uncoding, causing a racket inside my stomach. It annoys me that all I can do right now is grit my teeth and trudge back to Isabella's apartment. Useless. That's what I am, the face of this. A mad dash around Luxburn and Aslam is not going to help things. It's not like I simply stumble across them on the side of the road during a drive. The city is too big a place for one person to go searching for only 2 persons. I'd be lucky if I even glimpsed the air of either of them. With one last frustrated glance towards the open skies, I slipped back into Isabella's apartment and slammed the door behind me. I might have already grown used to this, but the waiting will always be the hardest part. More so when it's the people you care about.
Ash, did you really have to shut it like that?
Sorry. Sorry, Isabella. This is not the first time I've seen Isabella like this. Standing casually by a kitchenette, a ladle in hand, keeping an eye on whatever's stewing on the stove while humming a soft tune under her breath. 5 years ago, it has become a common sight after the 3 of them, including Zach and Rebecca, found a mutual interest in cooking. After that, whenever our schedule allows it, one of them will invite everyone to dinner or lunch instead of eating out. Rebecca prefers it that way. Healthier, she claims. Zach's just too happy to be able to cook for everyone. Isabella, on the other hand, as long as there's food, she's happy. Me, I've been banned from the kitchen ever since the pressure cooker incident. Easier times, good times. Right now, however, the scene brings an odd sense of normalcy, a strange fit with all of the things going around us. Not unwelcome, only bizarre, I suppose. Isabella doesn't follow up on the question earlier, but she does raise an eyebrow my way when I take too long to answer. For that, I only offer a casual shrug in response and a short answer.
I've checked with Zach and Rebecca. I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
I'd had an quip or 2 for her. If the timing for a joke is not off or doing so won't be inappropriate. I don't want to alarm her either. There's no reason to yet. Until I've received an answer from Rebecca or Zach, whichever comes first. Nevertheless, it's clear she has plenty of questions. It's right there in the subtle crease between her eyebrows and the inquisitive gleam in her eyes. Curious as she is though, she decides against voicing all of her question out. Instead, she shifts her attention back to the sofa and gestures vaguely with her hand in the couch direction.
Well, if we're going to wait for them, don't stand around there. It's getting distracting.
You're just cooking. How am I distracting?
I don't know. Something might explode again, maybe. Zach's kitchen ban for you is also in effect here, you know. Stop hovering! You'll ruin the food. I'll be done here soon.
God damn it. I can't cook around them. She leaves me no room for an argument by swatting the ladle at me. And just like that, I've been kicked out of the kitchen. Again. Left with nothing else to do, I drift back to her tiny living space and slump down on the couch. Closing my eyes, I allow the noise from the television to guide my thoughts. The ones I've been keeping at bay, freeing them from the cage I've built around them, so I won't have to think. One by one, they trickle back into my consciousness, each more frightening and unnerving than the other. So many things going on. So many things happening. The papers we've gotten from BRC doesn't provide any comfort either. Seriously, is there even a point to those after last night? What will asking those people do? If anything, this only proves there might be more copies of that dumb piece of paper. We have one here, but how many exactly is there out there? More importantly, how do we get out of this stupid mess?
Ashton.
Damn it. I have not felt this kind of bone-weary exhaustion in
I
years.
don't want to think what might happen next in case I miss something. Shit.
Rebecca, Zach, Isabella.
They're all depending on me and...
Ash!
Ashton is slowly starting to get obsessed by being the protector of everyone, and I think that could be his downfall. I don't want to talk too fast, but that could be a possibility. Anyway, the voice snaps me out of my thoughts, abruptly wiping away everything and running a racket inside my head. Suddenly, Isabella's there, crouched in front of me when I crack an eye open. I have not even noticed the exact moment when I bent over and buried my head in my hands. Figures why she's staring at me like I fainted off something. Crease on her eyebrows grow deeper at my lack of response. Although she is merely staring at me without saying a word, her expression says everything. Am I drowned in his guilt? Yeah, that's exactly. That's the best way to phrase it, Melody. So much for trying not to alarm her with bad news.
Sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. Don't mind me.
For a brief moment, she seems to accept that. Quietly, she shifts, stands up, and takes an empty space right beside me. All done without a single comment. Then the next thing I know, she is gently pushing a ball in my hands. Damn. That is good. The scent reaches me first, before I've gotten a chance to take in what she has just handed me. A faint, sweet smell of cocoa wafts from the dish. Calming, comforting, despite the multitude of things bothering me. It certainly smells like the kind of food you'll eat on a raining day. Though, from the get-go, it doesn't look as appetizing. What? This looks delicious! What is this even? Porridge? Why would you put chocolate and make drizzle of... Oh. Yeah. I'm not sure about that though. She tells me my tastes are weird, yet here she is handing me something equally as strange. In fact, she has already started digging in hers. What? I'm just not sure if the taste would be equally as appealing. I must say, as Isabella's been eating only instant noodles, so maybe our cooking skills are not showing up right now. Baffled, I glance her away. She offers no immediate answer, simply continues eating as if she hasn't done so in a week. The focus solely on the television. She's not watching, however, just listening. As a background noise, the voices from it seems too cheerful, a welcome distraction if anything. It's only after she has finished half of the bowl does she acknowledge the question in my eyes. With a sigh, she cradles